You're there.
I'm gonna follow your lead.
You're live.
All right.
This is live.
Yeah.
Watch me comb my beard. And then everybody in like 10 minutes will be like, why is the other side getting shorter? All right, guys. We're here at Flipside Music. My name's Dylan. This is Nico. If you guys haven't been in the shop, then this is his face.
Hi.
He works here with us now. He is basically our main, our first like full-time salesman. We've got MJ that's still part-time, and then we've also got Jake that's also part-time. And Nico's kind of our metally dude. He's more metal. He out-metals me. Yeah, you out-metalled me.
Yes.
You're so metal that you can
meddling kids.
you can have like pink chairs.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you guys are not familiar with Nico's music, I always forget. I'm always trying to look at the damn microphone for some reason. Anyway, if you guys want to get familiar with Nico's music, he is a part of Glacial Tomb, and you guys, all that's on Spotify, right? Okay.
And Bandcamp and every
And
other
yeah, all the other services. And then his other Nico's main band for where he's the main act. I don't know how to.
creative.
Yeah, main creative person is Seva, which is also very awesome if you guys want to check that out. Both bands I would definitely check out if you guys are into metal whatsoever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because especially, I mean, between the two, like, I feel like you had a pretty good...
There's a lot of variety.
Yeah, it's like you guys, especially between the two, like, you're I feel like neither band is really conforming to just, like, one specific thing, so
Yeah, there's
you're
a
able
lot
to
of flavor.
kind of touch on a lot of things, so...
Yeah, because Glacial Tomb's fun because you have like these really like big dumb caveman riffs that are like chunk chunk chunk.
Yeah,
you know, it's
chuggy
super-
bits.
Yeah, but there's still a nice like melodic break, even though like there's no melody in like any of the vocals or anything.
Right.
There's still melodic-y bits, and then so there's that. But then there's Seva, which is like black metal, but a lot more melodic. You know.
Yeah.
There's a lot more melody and atmosphere and ambiance and.
Well, then I would say you always have those prog elements in there too, in terms of your
Totally.
timing and like the like sudden speed ups and then back to the same time, which is I always find it to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely pretty prog.
Yeah, it always keeps the ear pretty dialed into what you're doing, which is cool.
You don't want to bore your listener. you know?
Exactly. So we probably will just kind of hang out until we get a few people. I don't know how many we'll get, especially.
Well, we've
Since
already
honestly-
got Ben Coons.
Oh, sweet. Hey, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
He says, what you got there, Dylan? A T-shaped object.
Do you have a T-shaped object?
Give him the whole rundown.
This is a T-shaped object that is pretty amazing for the price. It's actually pretty tempting. Initially, the idea was Nico and I were actually trying to order 2 of these. And this is a Charvel San Dimas. Is it what's the specific model? I'm always
It's Style 2.
Style 2. Yeah.
HH.
Yes.
Yeah. HH and then CM Ash. I think those are all the letters and numbers.
Right. And the ash body on this one actually does denote the trem model. So it does have a Goto trem as well as locking tuners. And they do have the same version with a stop tail bridge. And is that one also a Goto bridge, just stop tail?
I don't know.
It's something I'll have to look into. I'm not sure what bridge comes on the stop tail, but that one is not a swamp ash body, so it doesn't feature like the kind of cool.
I think the
Present
other one is
crane.
Alder, and
Okay.
it is a matte finish on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is kind of a matte black. I think they have a few colors, but the black ones, like especially the murdered out ones, are pretty awesome.
It's matte black and then matte white.
Right.
Right.
Be a good band, like Jack White and Jack Black.
There you go.
Yeah.
Didn't they have a band called Jack Gray or something like
Did
that?
they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say they did like a song together or something.
I
So
believe
Matt
it.
Gray is like the meeting of Jack White and Jack Black. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty awesome. So these come stock with the Fishman Fluent set. They feature a switch so you can switch between the ceramic and Alnico voicing. Then you also have, which we actually just discovered this like yesterday. It's got the pull so you can actually do the single coil mode for either pickup. So in total, I believe there's 12 pickup combinations between the two, because you'd have ceramic and Alnico for the single coil settings, in addition to like 3-way, so you'd be able to run in parallel. So yeah, it's honestly kind of stupid amazing what is packed into this guitar for the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the oh yeah, I didn't finish the first part of the story. So initially, Nico and I were trying to get these. We thought they were going to come back in September because the first one was basically here for like 30 minutes, and so neither of us even got to play the last one. And so we were ordering these, thinking they were coming in September, and sure enough, they showed up like a week ago, ish.
Yeah, just
quite a week,
about.
half a week. Yeah, and so they're like weeks and weeks early. So now we're in a predicament of trying to like figure out how to either figure it out or just wait till we can actually afford them and just order more.
Yeah.
But yeah, anybody that's touched this one so far has had a hard time not walking away with it.
Can you show them the input jack?
Oh yeah. So this one, let me take the strap off there. So this one also features a lot of contours, which are pretty sweet. It's got a nice belly cut for us rotund fellas. Got the sweet kind of neck cutaway that leads into. I wouldn't say it's like completely, it doesn't completely meet it. You guys can't quite see, so there's a little bit of a round over on the neck joint there. But for the most part, that whole relief is, I don't know, pretty.
It's
at least,
sculpted.
yeah, I would say. I mean, like this main part of it gets about an inch into the body or so. So I mean, there's quite a bit of relief there.
Pretty deep.
Yeah, and then you've got a little bit of a relief cut down by the jack. So that's kind of amazing that it took us this long to figure out to put a jack there, or at least a company to figure out to put a jack there. But it features a Strat style jack, but it's like recessed into the body with a little bit of a cutaway, which is like perfect. So yeah, it ends up, especially if you end up playing with standing up, it's perfect for that.
Yeah, a lot of what they're doing with the Charvels these days, it's just mind-boggling.
Yeah. Oh, roasted maple neck. I think I did forget that part.
Caramelized.
Caramelized. Yeah, it smells like vanilla, which I was not aware of until was it yesterday or today? You told me about that.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
I have
that's
one
right.
of these at home, a shell pink Strat style one, and the neck, just smells like vanilla, caramely notes, which I think is super strange.
Yeah, makes you kind of hungry.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, roasted maple neck lumen inlays as well, which are pretty awesome. So yeah, bang for the buck. These sit right at the grand mark, and then the one without the trim, I believe, is at $900. So yeah, that one saves about $100 going for the non-trim model. But honestly, even like the Fishman Fluence pickups, like if you were to get those and then have them installed, depending on what your tech charges and taxes and all that, you'd already be running $300 to $400 just for that. So I mean, at the end of the day, the guitar is just like packed with stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to get those pickups and then have them installed and get the most out of them,
Right.
you also have to get your tech to install little switches,
Right, exactly.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So-
where like that's pre-thought out with this one, which is nice.
right, for crazy good prices.
Rolled edges on the fretboard too, so like the neck, like literally, it is a little bit thinner. I've gotten used to thicker necks, especially after playing the Texas Toast stuff. But I'd still say this one's still nice, like comfortable full neck. Especially if you use your thumb, it's very comfortable because you've got that rolled over edge, so the shoulders don't like dig into your hand, which is nice.
Yeah. Nice nickel frets.
Yeah.
They're like super polished. I was almost convinced that they were stainless steel when they first showed up, but
Where's it made?
Mexico.
These are made in Mexico. Yeah, these are definitely pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely end up with one. I'm just not sure how soon.
You said that the factory was right next to the Fender factory?
I thought it might be in the same spot. I'm not even sure. I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
really sure. Yeah, I believe they're pretty close, and I believe some of the crew had some spill over, but Charvel still, as far as I know, is operating, with some autonomy at this
Cool.
point. So yeah, right now, honestly, the Charvels we've been getting in have been amazing. Like QC, everything has just been amazing. Like the only problem we ever had was with shipping. So like we
Right.
haven't even had a problem like with the guitar build. It's just been shipping. So
Yeah.
that's prone to happen with anybody. Alright.
We got 4 people watching. Ben
Sweet.
is our most active commenter right now.
Sweet.
He said it smells like maple, actually, caramelized maple.
Yeah.
Darn tootin'.
Yeah, it kind of has like the nodes of what remind you of like caramel
Smells
vanilla.
Canadian.
Yeah, it smells Canadian. There you go.
If you want to play it, we can
Yeah.
plug you in.
We should plug you in.
Let's see. Yeah, we also, I think you've got the frame and frame going on. So we also have our Walrus demo board showed up. So we're going to take that for a spin. Nico has his Parker Fly too, which we'll plug in
Yes,
in a
we
bit.
will.
And we'll find out if Walrus can John Petrucci.
Will it Petrucci?
Can Walrus Petrucci? You know, he's becoming Walrus-esque.
It was just his
with age.
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the other day.
Yeah.
2-3 days ago.
He's got a hell of a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his birthday. He's a Cancer. Sweet boy.
That's
Probably
mean, Nico. That's so mean. I thought you loved him.
You've got audio now if you want to try it.
Okay. Let's see.
Or you should at least.
I should have audio.
Where are we
Am I
going?
plugged all the way in? Let's make sure. Nope.
Well,
There we go. There's the
It
problem.
was Dylan's fault.
This is my
Pretty slick.
Yeah, I like it. What are we doing drive-wise right now, Jake? Just so I can
That's
let
just the
everyone know.
Iridium. Also,
Okay.
James just showed up.
Oh, hey, Quentin. How's it going, man?
Quentin.
So yeah, right now we're just doing the Iridium drive. Eventually we're going to get into, like, I think we got the 385 and the ages from Walrus over on the board, the demo board, so that should be pretty fun. That was bad. Moving that guitar and trying to play at the same time did not work. Yeah, how the hell does he do that? I know. When I get to heaven, provided that that's a place, I'm gonna try to ask him that.
I'd yeah. Mind if you got the opportunity.
That's the doorbell. You know, normally when I hear the doorbell and I'm playing, it's because I'm too loud, but this is not an instance of that, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm not too loud with this little rig here.
Did we leave the open sign up?
Did we?
Oh, you know what? We very well might have. So now I'll have to explain that we're close.
Yeah.
If one of you guys want to hit it, okay.
Where's my mask?
I got my mask handy, so
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
All right. Customer interrupts us.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
I'll be.
Yeah. Pop in. So Jake's gonna pop in for a minute here. Do you want to take this one first, Ben?
Oh, sure.
All right.
If you guys have ever wondered who's behind the camera, here I am.
This is our producer and knob spotter, Jake.
Yes, official knob spotter. Ken Barty pick.
Yes. Hopefully you like those picks. I don't know if you do or not. I did bottom.
This is like if I were to make a custom Telecaster, I'm pretty sure I would.
It's
end up
pretty
with
much
something
that.
Very
Yeah.
close. So it's even got that nice.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to play the blues lick since Ike isn't there. That's all. Yeah, it's just like, oh.
Well, that's why, like, even though the pickups are active, like, they don't give me that sterility that I would expect out of active pickups.
For sure.
It's like, if anything, the active part just kind of gives you the fidelity because to me, like, even certain things I've been playing on it, I feel like are a lot more clear than I would normally get out of just a straight pickup. So.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that they're really lively and super smooth.
Yeah.
They don't give you like that EMG syndrome where it's just like
Yeah, where everything's the same.
Yeah, they sound exactly the same all the way through.
Yeah.
Well, thanks,
I
Jake.
like that.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, I'm back.
Hi, Nico.
Hey.
You've returned.
I have returned.
All right, I've got 2 co-hosts today. Well, I guess I normally do. With Ziggy we got 3. So we have a black metal dog
Yeah.
with a spirit eye. That's what my Native American neighbor says. He's
That's
got
cool.
a spirit eye.
That's pretty grim.
It is pretty cool.
And frostbitten.
I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Sounds like
Yeah.
it's a metal.
Well, she says that like he sees through people's bullshit, so something like that. Yeah.
Only half of it.
No wonder he was barking at that guy.
Yeah. Well, I think she's a neighbor. She's some lady that's in the neighborhood. I guess I don't know specifically where she lives.
She might be my neighbor.
Yeah.
She might just hang out. We don't know.
Yeah, there's actually a few people in the neighborhood that kind of do that. Like,
like
there's
that?
this dude that collects, like giant, like the giant cartoonishly large jugs you get from like 7-Eleven,
Yeah, like
the
the big
refillable
Gulp
one.
ones?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like he had like this Hulk one. He's got like a Mario one. He's got all these different ones that they've had over the years.
Cool.
And he just walks through the neighborhood, like walking as fast as he can with one of these cartoonishly large jugs, and he's got the straw in his mouth the whole time, and he just walks really, really fast through the neighborhood, just does laps.
What is it filled with?
I don't know.
Water, hopefully. Right?
Well, a few days I'm pretty sure it was Mountain Dew. Or at least I
Ew.
want to hope it was Mountain Dew.
Ew.
Yeah, it was the right color. I think.
I just can't imagine just like chugging and walking in like that kind of heat. Just
Well,
chugging
and it's
soda.
constant. It's like a constant, stream. And then he's bald, but he wears like all these little like 80s like workout,
Like
the
the
sweat,
little weights?
yeah, like the little sweat weights and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Tight.
yeah,
That's a move.
yeah,
We should bring that back.
yeah. Yeah, he's making it a look for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got Janice here.
Hi, Janice.
Hi. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not sure who to expect tonight. I don't know what else is going out in YouTube world. Whoop.
Oh, simmer down there, guy.
It's all good.
Was that me?
I don't know.
Probably.
We don't know. We have things that just happen to us.
Technical difficulties on the flip side.
All right. I guess do we have 10 to 15ish people yet?
Let's take a look.
So I figure
we're
we'll-
at 6. We've been
Okay.
going for 20 minutes. So I figure.
Okay. Yeah, we'll start. We'll roll into the board then, so keep you guys entertained and stop stringing you along. What pedal do you want to start with, Nico? I'll let you start.
Okay. I really want to play with the slow.
Oh,
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm jumping straight to the reverb. So
You doing slow with some distortion or slow and like some cleans?
let's go clean.
All right.
Give me some clean. I'll dial you in. That's pretty good. Sweet. You want to talk about the pedal a little bit?
Well, yeah, let's talk about it. It's their new, like, most recent reverb, right? There's 6 different reverbs on it.
Yeah, it's like the brother to the Fathom, so I feel like the Fathom kind of paved the way for that guy.
Yeah. It's super cool, though, because it's not like 6 individual reverbs. It's 3 pairs of reverbs, and you can blend with a knob in between all of them. And I think that, to me, is kind of the coolest.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I hadn't. That's a good way to succinctly explain that one too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I do have a hard time illustrating that to people. Because when I try to walk them through it, and I'm going through each of the pairs of reverbs, I think they start to get lost in what's going on. Whereas just explaining it as 3 pairs of reverbs that you're blending is a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah, you put too many words in it, people's eyes glaze over.
Yeah.
You know? But, yeah, I mean, what are we on right now?
We're just kind of everything at noon. We're at the dark and sine wave.
Spooky.
Sweet.
Oh.
Prepare for dissonance. Actually, sounds awesome.
It does sound really nice.
Yeah.
Is there like Is there a way to like adjust some of the maybe like the little pre-delay action so I'm not like totally washed out?
Wow. This is one part that I'm gonna be a little out of I don't know for sure on this one like what each mode does with the sustain knob. Do you know that part?
Yeah.
Because I know there's this is where the Fathom is a little different. So the Fathom just straight up is a sustain feature. Is it okay to talk like while he's playing?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, the Fathom is basically just straight sustain, whereas this one they went ahead and made each mode have a different sustain feature, so that that extra switch basically will do different things depending on which mode you're in.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's super ambient.
Yeah.
I feel like the worship music guys are talking about this.
I would believe that.
Well, it's funny because it's one that gives like the Blue Sky. It kind of, for the guys that want something a little more interesting, I think that's the one to do it usually.
Yeah, it's got a little more flavor than like the Blue Sky. The Blue Sky is sort of like, to me, very sterile, but like does the thing.
Well, yeah, to me the Blue Sky like fits the need of covering all the basic reverb sounds in one package pretty well. Whereas like I would say like the Slow, if you want to get a little trippier, it's a little more fun that way.
Absolutely. I like that.
You're in the rise and
Okay. Can we hear what all rise and then what all warp sounds like?
so all rise.
So this is rise. And then
All
To me that almost sounds like once you've heard something be reverberated once and you're hearing the playback.
right.
Like that's what it's kind of interesting.
And then we get to dream and sync.
I think I remember this is the
Dream
one
and
I like.
sync.
Yeah.
Cool. Ooh, yeah, that's totally you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to take this one home now.
Wow. You cut your drives pretty heavily, but
I had the mix on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. Man, that's nice.
That is nice.
Hit a chord.
It's cool. It's almost like having a chorus kind of behind it, up the chord.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, kind of like you were talking about earlier, like creates kind of a pad to play over.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the best.
Yeah.
It's just having all that like ambience to kind of fill this extra space.
It's still going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one you don't have to hold. So like the Fathom, you have to keep holding it or else it stops. This one you can like hit it, and I think it'll keep doing it until you hit it again.
You want to do this slow with the
Yeah. Let's hear how it sounds in a little game.
Do you want a 385 or the ages?
Let's try the ages. See what that does.
Yeah,
That's
I feel
the
like
one
he's
everyone's
gonna.
excited about, huh?
I feel like he's probably gonna jive with like 3 or 4 maybe in terms of the.
I think I remember liking 4. That's cool.
feel like you're gonna play like the Deep Space Nine intro. Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know what that guitar tone to me sounds very like 90s vibe.
Yeah.
It's kind of corny.
Well, because it's like it's got the smooth like kind of start, but then it has that grainy kind of.
Yeah, so maybe if I was like as good as Steve Vai, maybe I could do something like that, but probably not. And I switched to just magnetic pickups for this. The clean was the magnetic blended with the piezo.
Oh,
So this is all just magnetic.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I forget that has that option. We probably should have done an intro for that one, but
Right, I did not think about that. I was like, yeah, clean tone.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I really do like the pads.
That was really cavernous too.
Yeah. I do like how it kind of fills out the space.
Yes.
I would be kind of inclined, so not lead stuff, but like how it handles like chords and rhythm.
Right.
It does it well. Especially with that like good blend of the dry and
Yeah.
actually this sound with that much reverb reminds me of like early Emperor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I always felt like with them you're listening like in between the reverb. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, I feel like that fills a need that delay wouldn't quite do, because delay might get in the way or something like that, whereas that's not really getting in the way.
Well, it's nice too because at home I pretty much exclusively use the Dark World for either lead or just for like clean playing because
Right.
I feel like when I get the distortion on it, and it's probably just my settings and how high I have the mix, but like I don't also want to sit down there and twiddle knobs.
Do you feel like it gets out of hand though?
But yeah, like especially with the gain, it's like ugh, it's a lot to reel in, especially with the tonal recall and the mood all playing together at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a big ask, right? I'm not mad at it, but it's just like this does like rhythm stuff really
You
well.
know what you need is a stereo rig. No,
You know what you need, Nico? Is to just tone it down.
No, I think a stereo rig would be in your future down the road. But
Yeah, but I also hate
oh, I
loading
know,
stuff.
I know. Iridium down the road, maybe.
Yeah, there
that
you
would
go.
be the.
That's the
because that
move.
way you could, yeah, it'd be easy enough to run it that way. Or even like you were saying, like getting a power amp, like whatever your fly rig is. If your fly rig was basically big enough to just go along with your tube rig for a lot
Yeah.
of local shows, you would be able to do like a stereo rig.
Well, yeah,
that way.
because then you could do like what is that? Like the Seaboard Duncan. What's that thing called? Power Stage.
Yes.
Yeah, do one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I love that sound. It's awesome. Yeah, for somebody who's like really into shoegazy, post black metal or post metal at all, I think
Yeah.
That's a great combination.
That, or even kind of like I said, like if you want to do something where delay could get in the way, but you still want the atmosphere that delay would give you, I feel like the slow is like the perfect one for that.
Definitely.
Because it hits that spot like in between reverbs and delays where you're just, it's that sweet spot that like sometimes you need something that's not fighting you, but you also need something that's kind of filling out that space, or even giving you a space to kind of descend into.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you want to try the next one?
Cool.
Sure.
Yeah. We've got. There were times where I added in a 385 just for a little more saturation.
Oh, cool.
You want to talk about the Deep Six compressor?
Sure. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think any of us here currently are masters of compressors, but that one, to my knowledge, is kind of their take. Or at least it's in the vein of like a raw style compressor. At least that was like the goal, was to provide something that gives you the similar clarity that you would get out of a Ross compressor, but you also can get, like if you ride some of the controls a little heavy, you can kind of get that grit that you would also get from, once it really starts to sustain.
Interesting.
So yeah, that one's like, for people that want like a compressor that can also do some good boosting, that tends to be a good one. Like I said, I personally don't use compressors that much, but I always liked that one because it's kind of on the verge of, I wouldn't say overdrive, but it gives you qualities of like if you had something that's feeling just a little too loose and you want a boost that's also tightening, that tends to be a good sweet spot for that one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's it sound like?
So off.
Well, hold on. I'm going to switch over to the, what's that called? A neck pickup.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
off.
On.
Oh, it really squashes things, huh?
Yeah, where are the settings roughly on that?
That
Noonish?
was everything in new.
Okay.
So off.
Yeah.
Pretty big volume drop, too.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe you gotta get it to Unity and see how we. Do you have any clean runs that are faster? You do? So I was gonna say that might be a good test of like how it feels when you're playing without it versus playing with it. Because I was gonna say, sorry, compressors are gonna be a little tough to like convey because to me they're very textural.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or play your funky bits. Yeah, because to me it would be like a consistency of feel thing is basically the goal.
Those low mids come out.
Yeah.
I'm just noticing, just like in my playing, like all of the extra little harmonics and notes. Some of them are coming up, but like some of the I don't know, more noisy ones are being kind of squashed down, which is pleasant.
Yeah, yeah, because essentially, well, no, that's exactly what it is. Really, it's kind of bottoming out the highs and lows to where everything's just a little bit more even. Your pick attack's a little more even. Because to me, like I said, it's very much a textural thing. Like you as the player notice the compressor more than the audience is going to notice it.
Right. And I have no idea how to play anything funky. So
Well, yeah.
just what?
There you go. Yeah, see, does it feel better now?
It's got that like.
Yeah.
Those sound great now.
Yeah.
Give me a wah pedal. We're about to make some adult film scores.
It's like getting ready for Shaft.
Is that an on and off test?
Definitely goes through differently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A little more consistent for sure in terms of the the attack.
Yeah, it's funny because hearing that, it like just clicks to me now. Like,
Of the use.
yeah.
Yeah. And then, like I said, like to me, it's not something I would personally use, but I think for those applications, they are pretty amazing for that.
Dave Brown says the Dave baby music. You want to jump into 385?
Sure.
Was it Dave Hungry? Was that the one? I can't remember if that was the one that was supposed to be. He had a good story for that
Yeah, it's kind of nice because it sort of evens out some of the things. Because I notice like sometimes I'll play that, especially this line, like that when I play that from time to time. I don't know, it's sort of
feels a little loose.
yeah, it can feel loose or like it's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's definitely sonic differences to them, but to me, like compressors are very much for like the guitarist and not the audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's somebody who's more well versed in compressors.
Oh,
who
I'm
could
sure,
probably
that's-
tell us
yeah.
otherwise.
Type it out.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Get
Like I'm
ready for
pissing
the
off
angry
somebody with
comments.
that one. But
Angry
it's
threads.
Yeah. But it's one of those things. Like I just feel like most people who are don't have an ear for that are going to be very hard pressed to figure out. Anyway, I would say most people that don't have an ear for, for this stuff, for gear, are gonna have a harder time like telling the difference of when a compressor's on and when it's off. Especially like if you're not giving them an A/B.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Although, you would be surprised like how many people like when you do, especially like we do have a lot of we used to have people that would come in and you would hear it like if they've never played one. And most people, the very first thing is like they're surprised at how much it squashes it.
Mm-hmm.
And like to me, it's funny because that is the intention to a point, but at the same time, like to me, like that's the part of it that maybe I have a harder time with personally, is
That's
getting
fair.
along like because to me compressors are great, but just not for me because the dynamic part I feel like is very difficult to give up.
That's
You know
fair.
what I mean?
You know, the cool thing that I'm noticing, I mean, is just how, like, those harmonics that I, like, this kind of raking harmonics and stuff, like, just really just feel consistent. Like,
Yeah. Even across the strings, like the clarity between the strings too, even it sounds.
pedal like going
That was with the ages as well.
just to a zero. What was that song on Magma?
Sounds like you're about to be playing Star Spangled Banner.
I have no idea how to do that.
Jake does actually. That's funny.
I know like the first like.
You know enough to do, yeah. Then it fades into SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's my sound check. So Krusty Krab Pizza song.
Yeah.
Nice.
385 is still on.
Okay.
Oh, we should talk about the 385 because that's actually probably I haven't made up my mind on the ages yet because that one's new. But the 385 I think is one of the cooler overdrives out there because it's based on the Bell & Howell film projector preamp. So back in the day, there was basically like you would get the all-in-one Bell & Howell projector, which would be like this little box that had the speaker, it had the projector, and then it had like a little amp that you could run out, to the speaker.
Really?
So you would get it, and that whole thing, was tube driven in terms of the audio portion of it.
Okay.
So for a while, I believe I think it was in the Nashville scene. Somebody can probably correct me on this one. But in the Nashville scene, they basically wanted to add like tube overdrive to some of the amps because they felt like a lot of the early like Fender amps were just too clean.
Yeah.
So they wanted to add tube overdrive to them, so they basically started pulling these two preamps out of the Bell & Howell film projectors and using them as like a gain stage.
Cool.
For their amps. So it gives you this really like signature kind of throaty crunch, and it's like, to me, it's a very like if you've ever played like a MOSFET based amp or MOSFET based pedal, it's kind of in that vein. Like if you've ever played that, very textural for a drive. But I think it's just cool because, like, you know, there's not many pedals that are based on film projector tube preamps. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's super rad. Yeah, that's awesome. I really like the way that responds.
It's very crisp, yeah. And then it's very, to me, it's a very amp-like drive, too, in terms of the feel.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Like I said, I think it's one of the more unique ones out there.
Yeah. Whoa.
Just giving you some.
You know, I was gonna say I wouldn't mind hearing what it sounds like going into something that's already a little driven.
And now that you got to EQ a little bit, sounds a lot better.
I like clarity. You know?
I like the way it picks up that like percussive stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because it's, to me, it's kind of a, for lack of a better word, it's kind of a jangly overdrive, and what I mean by that is like any of the jangle you would get in a pickup, like I feel like gets accentuated by it. So like single coils, actually, I feel like sound pretty great through that too, because it just gives it that kind of, you know, it enhances like the single coil springy jangle sound, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to plug it in and hear it through those?
Sure. Yeah, we can try the single coil mode on
The
that.
single
Yeah.
coils? Yeah, check that out.
Hi, Zigglesworth. How you doing, buddy? Oh, you don't have to get up. Ziggy! I don't know if you guys can
He
see
loves
him or
me.
not.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in the corner.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, whatever you guys are going into, it seems really responsive. Like,
Yeah.
and the kind of breakup he has. Special.
Yeah, it really brings that out, which is pretty nice. Like,
separation.
Try the other switch. A little sharper. That's interesting.
Oh, did you switch the pickup placing?
I did. Yeah, it's a little sharper, a little more muffled in that high end, but
That was super delayed of me.
oh, that's fine.
I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
oh,
wait, you did what?
yeah, like that was a little spankier, but
Yeah, that just sounds like a cook and tube amp.
oh, nice.
Like,
Hell yeah.
Oh, do some phaser. Let's do the phaser. Since I got it in, and then I'll pass it back to Nico. All right, so we're gonna do the Lillian real quick too, because that one's a fun one.
That's smooth. Is that everything at noon?
the rate's down at 10 o'clock, but
That's nice sounding.
it's easy.
Yeah, those complement each other super well.
Yeah, that phaser's nice on that too, especially it's like kind of gets a little vibey too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really dig it.
yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's like, was almost expecting it to just sound kind of like Van Halen-y.
Oh.
It just didn't. I was like, this is really nice.
Yeah, it sounds good.
It's dope. Oh.
Interesting.
Smooth beat.
Let's see.
What'd you switch over there?
Went to the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still just got kind of that churning sound, which is kind of fun.
That's nice.
All right. You want to plug that in while it's still going? Since you don't play
Oh.
phasers as often?
Oh, that's gonna make everybody suffer.
That would be fun. I'll see what you come up with.
Yeah, I have no idea. This is gonna be weird.
There's certain things like longer runs I always find sound like fun just because you've got that warping kind of thing going on. So even like that riff you were playing for me the other day that had kind of the tails to it, like that would be one.
Which one was that?
You have the one that had like 4 different tails. It was like a quick one you were playing for me yesterday. Shit, you played a few for me yesterday though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what, yeah. Where it gives you some movement. See, I like phaser as a texture because it doesn't get in the way. Like, to me, chorus can get a little overwhelming. Whereas, like, phaser's just like along for the ride.
Yeah. That's nice.
Dissimilar to like a Univibe.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, to me, it's coming across very Univibe, like the churning sound that it's kind of got. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I bet that would be a lot of fun with reverb.
Yeah.
Put some verb
Put some
on
verb
it.
on it. Yeah.
I threw a little verb on there via
You're like the dad from like my big fat Greek wedding with the Windex.
Yeah.
We'll just get you a bottle that says verb and you just run up and
Just
spray it.
spritz everybody.
It's interesting. It's like letting the swirl breathe a little more.
Just so you know, that's the Deep Six, the Ages, the Lillian, and the Slow.
Sweet.
Sick.
Yeah. Get a whole hodgepodge going.
Yeah.
Just say, while we've got you plugged in, I know you're a big fan of the ARP 87, so I'll let you do that one too.
It's not on there.
Oh, it's not? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, for
it's
some
a
reason I
mess.
thought it was. Oh. Did they not put. Oh, they put the delay though on there, right? I knew there's at least
Yeah,
one.
it's the Mako.
The Mako. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I'm surprised they didn't do the ARP. I guess the Mako must be sort of replacing it a little bit.
Yeah, but the Mako's not as special to me as the ARP.
Yeah. spicy note.
Sounds really cool with that delay.
Yeah. What setting are we on the delay?
We are on the vintage program.
Okay.
And everything between kind of noon and 1.
Okay.
Is that the mix all the way off?
So let's mix all the way up.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Oh.
The dry all the way off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I could feel like the separation. Because like as you were playing, I'm like, wait, what's happening? Yeah.
I was like, am I this high?
I like the 385.
Yeah, the 385 to me is like a really good just texture overdrive. In terms of, especially for clarity.
It's cool.
That's a good sound.
We've been going for about an hour.
Yeah. Is that our last one basically? Okay. Did you do much chorusy bits? You wanna play some Depeche Mode? See? See? I knew it. Perfect. I saw Jake's face. It's perfect.
How did I play that? Let's do a chorus on it.
Yeah.
Little dream team.
Anyway,
Does it John Petrucci?
it does. That just sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, sweet.
It sounds kind of menacing for a chorus right now, at least right now in the current context.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could be your murdered out Parker, but there's none more black.
Yeah, that's a super black guitar. I think Parker's like PR people are trying to like soften it now. They're like, it's dusty black, and I'm like, no, it's
Yeah.
murdered out.
Yeah.
It's super murdered out. Yeah, that's awesome. That's good.
Julia's by far like our number one chorus here at the shop. Yeah. It does the CE2 stuff and a lot more, so it's like it seems to hit that vibe for a lot of people. Sorry, there's a vibrato mode. I'm like, yeah, I wasn't trying to be a pun or make it a pun.
Got a little delay or a reverb in there.
Put some verb on it.
Yeah.
Actually, sounds really cool. There you go. Got your 80s album coming out.
Yeah, right.
Who knows they're Van Halen
I only know I ain't talking about love. I can give it a shot.
I can do
If you get the if you give me like the triplet delay on the.
I can do a really bad like eruption.
My metalhead hippie just showed up.
Hi, metalhead hippie. You want to plug into this? This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's not a stream without metalhead hippie showing up.
No, I still owe him a video. He challenged me to a board build off for $300 that I still got to do.
Yeah, you do. Get it together, Danny.
I know. I've totally failed him. I did totally let that dude down. I'm gonna do it though, and then I'm gonna like flip it around and have him tell us like what board he'd like us to assemble.
That would be cool.
So I'm gonna do my version, and then whatever he picks, I'm gonna also do a video for him with his picks.
So we both just wrangled.
I know.
These damn kids.
No, it says buzz.
I gotta slow it down. I'm shit with that one. It's the arpeggio. It gets me every time.
Arpeggiate, bro. Speaking of Eddie Van Halen, how do you feel about those Eddie Van Halen guitars?
It was pretty solid. The neck was a little thinner than I was expecting.
Yeah, the Wolfgang one?
Yeah. Both of them really. Even like
Oh, right, there's the other one over there, too.
The Frankie. Yeah, no, the Frankie was fun. It was different. The pickup was like it was what you would expect for sure. Like it did the Eddie thing for sure.
You know what I liked about those? Like, bringing back the banana headstock.
Yes.
We need a lot more banana
Yeah.
headstocks.
Well, that's why, like, it was funny because Matt, like, when I was doing the Explorer, was asking me, like, if I wanted to stick with that. It's like, of course. I want to have, like, 3 or 4 banana headstocks, as many as I can get.
Are you gonna do a reverse banana headstock?
No, I'm
That would
not.
have been pretty sick.
No, that one's too much. It's just a walloper.
You're like,
It's just this. Yeah.
dude, like, I play guitar, not hockey, bro.
Yeah, it's just a little too phallic for me. I'm sorry. See, I have a hard time with chorus. Like, for me, like, choruses, where phaser, like, I know where it's going, and I can expect where it's gonna go. Like, choruses, I feel like they throw my pitch all out of whack.
I can see that. That's a pretty slick little line you got there. That'd be cool, like some really nasty bass.
Yeah, like, it's, yeah.
Deep, like boom.
Boom. Yeah. Just throw like a really chugging bass behind it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, just like really nasty, like deep bass. Just a kick drum that sounds like God is punching the earth.
Like God is punching you. Yeah, it was something like Riley said something that he was asking me, like, if I was trying to split open the planet when he saw like when he saw me get the 2x15s.
Yeah.
Like he was like 5 maybe. No, he was a little older. Maybe he was 6 or 7 at that point. But anyway, yeah, he was asking me. He's like, "You're gonna split open the planet?" I'm like,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I mean, chorus is another one I struggle with personally. That's where, like, I tend to lean into phasers more, but...
Well, that's fair, because we had the chorus tone on, and, like, I don't think I hear it, for me, as, like, so much like a player.
Yes.
But I hear it, like, oh, man, I would love to layer that in, like, on a recording.
Yeah, and on it, I know, like, for me, too, it's something that, like, I actually do really like it when other people use it. Again, similar to, like, you know, compressors. Like, it's one of those things, like, it's not for me, but I still like the effect.
Yeah, being able to, like, appreciate other people's playing and all the amazing things that they do.
Well, yeah, like, because to me, like pedals are very much about texture. Like, at the end of the day, like, to me, like, you know, you change your texture and it's going to change how you're playing and it's going to elicit different things.
Right.
And so for me, like, pedals at the end of the day, because people, you know, like, there's always that debate between, like, pedals versus, like, just straight into the amp type shit. And it's like, I get it. And, you know, I agree, yeah, a piece of gear is not necessarily going to make you more creative, but to me, it's going to elicit, it's going to pull that stuff out of you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, whereas, like, that's where I feel like pedals come in, and that's a big part of the equation for me for, like, why I love pedals is they make you play different things you wouldn't normally play. Like, you change one setting and you're on a whole, your head is in a different space.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, I have several pedals that have, like, just completely influenced the way that I play, write music.
Right.
You know, the way that I think about approaching the guitar.
Right.
And, you know, it's like, unfortunately, chorus and phaser are one of the ones that I don't all that often. And
You just need a phaser with an expression pedal and you'll be all right.
That'd be pretty sweet.
I think that's
I'd
what
get
it's,
into that.
yeah. Because I
Just
think,
like, it in.
yeah, just so you could laser beam the shit out of stuff and then come back. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
And then come back.
Yeah, but, you know, that's like, you know, a personal failing, right? Because it's like, I could
Well, I wouldn't say it's a failing as much of a just a taste thing.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that, but I was saying more that I think, like, if I sat down and forced myself to, like, play with some phasers or something, like, force myself to write with them,
Yeah.
maybe that would change my perception. And
Yes.
I think that would be the case, because I don't think anybody, like, picks up a thing and they're like, I know exactly what I'm going to do with that.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, there's certain things, like, even at times I've thought about, like, maybe to get into compressors, like, maybe I need to actually learn some, like, good finger picking country style, like, old school country style stuff.
Right.
Like, stuff that's totally out of, like, my comfort range. Because, like, compressors are obviously out of my comfort range. So to me, like, that genre is something that, like, I feel like it's used there a lot. It's used there effectively. But, like, I don't know how to do that stuff yet. So it's like, to me, it's just one of those things, like, I wouldn't. Until I feel like I learned some of that, I don't know that I would know how to really utilize it.
Yeah, I think.
Try some of those. Grab a Telecaster and play some country, like Travis Bick and stuff.
Yeah, if you want.
Sure.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Someone can play with that bad boy. Just gotta turn
So Jake's going to do some finger picking action here. I'm going to sub out.
It's because he's so smart and so talented.
Jake, our lovely producer and knob spotter.
Knob spotter?
That's his official title. Yeah.
What, so he just, like, notices dude's junk?
Well, if you had to go there, yeah.
Did you see that knob?
No,
Check
I
out
asked
the
him
knob
to
on that dude.
I asked him to like spot the gain knob on something like last week.
Knob spot.
Yeah,
That
so he's a
kind of
knob spotter.
I get
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
If anyone asks, this
Also, yoga master, apparently.
apparently you gotta hold it somehow. This is how I used my quarantine. I
Crane
learned how
holds
to
guitar.
Travis pick, but I'm still not very good at it. So you gotta
Probably
pick.
dropped the cable on my way out of there.
Let's see. Okay. I think I turned on the compressor.
Here.
Let's see.
There you go.
Headphones on.
The right. That's like the Luther Burton.
Yes.
There's definitely one thing I always find difficult when Travis picking or just going back and forth is you pop the high strings really, really well, but then your low strings kind of get lost. So
Why don't you turn in and show me a little bit?
So you're alternating your bass, right? But you gotta kind of mute it as you're going. So. And then. Whoa. It's not very good yet, but.
He's good.
This is what I've been working on in quarantine right here. Yeah, that really does.
So yeah, I turned it off just a second ago. Yeah. So this is without it. Without it. And with it.
Hey, you get so much more uniformity between the pick attack from the pick and his finger.
Yeah,
Well,
that-
even just note separation I'm hearing too, because like the attack is sharper, so therefore like the notes are more defined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, well, that's way more noticeable than I thought it was going to be.
Finally, we know somebody who can make use of a compressor.
Yeah. Now I'm like,
Now I need
yeah,
How neat
cool.
is that?
Hopefully that was a good nip right there.
That was awesome.
But perfectly illustrates again, yeah, like techniques or playing styles. I feel like in gear go hand in hand. Certain ones.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Sweet. I'm not a country player. I'm really not.
Sounded good.
Sweet, yeah. I bet it's even more pronounced on the as they can tell, I know one piggyback.
Hey, you know what? That's one more than I know. I know how to do this. That's all I can.
I like
do.
how we have the opposite of guitars.
Yeah, you
As
got this
old
very
as it
classic
gets.
guitar. I got some sort of space guitar.
Cool.
I can just go with that one, Jake. I've already used the other one. Guess we'll just call it good now.
You wanna
Do an outro. Yeah, so for anybody that stuck around, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, again, if you guys didn't catch the introduction, this is Nico. This is Ziggy. You can't see him, he's out of frame. He's trying to get back in frame. There he is.
We got to get a doggo cam.
There's his face. We do need to get a doggo cam.
Yeah.
There's his pretty face.
He's so handsome.
He is. He's a handsome, sweet little dog. Who also really loves black metal. And then Jake, if you guys did not meet Jake, he was just on, did some country picking for us and demonstrated why compressors can be pretty awesome. Because that actually, honestly, like even like hearing it with headphones, it was a big difference.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty, I was pretty surprised by that. So
Believe it.
yeah. So did I skip over your name again?
No.
No, I said Nico. Okay.
Yeah, we
In my
did.
head, I said Nico, but I'm just making sure.
No, we
right.
did it.
So yeah, thanks guys for anybody that did stick around. We did this one without Ike this time. Figured we'd sub in and get you guys a little more familiar with Nico and Jake. We are going to be doing some like rig rundown soon, so we'll have some like videos where Nico will hopefully talk about this crazy Parker and all of his other cool gear. And then we're going to do one with Jake next week, so hopefully I can get that out relatively soon. That'll be kind of a breakdown of what Jake's using, and we're going to try to do that for everybody. So there'll be one for Ike, for me, and then when MJ gets back, we'll do one for him. I've also got at least 2 more videos coming out this week, maybe more. But yeah, I've at least got 2 more in the works, so I'll probably upload those this week. Trying to think if there's anything else we should announce before we call it good. I think we're pretty good. You know, as you guys know, like the coronavirus stuff is going back up, but we're still keeping the showroom open right now. So if you guys are local, you guys are still welcome to come by. We're just asking everybody to wear the masks because now it's
the law
mandated. Yeah, it's the law now. So now everybody has to. We're in Denver proper, so it's kind of been that way the whole time, but now it's that way for the whole state. So we're hoping everybody will cooperate with that so we can all get through this because nobody likes these masks. I think my beard is like permanently deformed from the mask.
Possibly.
It's actually made me consider like almost shaving.
I mean, that would
And-
be the time.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna win if I do that.
Oh, yeah?
It's gonna win. It's gonna have a
Damn it, Corona.
yeah.
You
Took
got
away
me
my live
cornered
music
again.
and my beard. No. All right. Anyway, we are gonna call it a night and head out so we can all get home. Hope you guys had a good one, and we will catch you on the flip side.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks, guys.